Okay, so one of the things we're talking about here, the sailors, is a lot of them have fantastic motor skills. They're really able to rock that boat and do whatever they want to do with it. But one thing we're noticing is like they're doing that, but then could they just prioritize getting a little bit of speed? So we've got lots of guys rafting up. They're getting quite close to each other. And that's fine. You come up underneath the boat, but you still need to give yourself some options to be able to bear off if you need to start getting a little bit of speed going. So let's see what goes on here. I'm not too sure what the actual time is, but it looks like it's any second now. So 70, right? That's the one I like right now because he stayed away from the trouble. He bore off with a little bit of speed, and then he was able to point up. And while he's pointing up, he was able to lean the boat to leeward and then flatten that boat out and really get a pump in the sail. But if you go from absolutely no speed and you're just sitting there and you just rock the boat over and flatten it out, you don't really actually get a lot of speed out of it. Like, you get a bit, but because your boat's completely static, when you flatten it out, you're really just dragging that daggerboard through the water, and you kind of get a bit of a pump. But if you have a little bit of momentum going and you lean the boat to leeward and flatten it out, and you're allowed to do that because by leaning it to leeward you're pointing up, and then you flatten out, you get this massive pump. And literally we've seen lasers on a start line, just like everyone starts and one laser just pokes out in front of everyone, and that's because that person got a little bit of speed before they got that leeward heel and flattened it out. And that's why you're looking for that gap to leeward. You want the gap to leeward to be able to bear off a little bit, flatten out the boat, and you do want to keep a gap to leeward as well so that you have options to be able to bear off and, you know, go for speed. But if you have a good gap to leeward at 5 seconds, take it, bear off, go for that, getting a bit of momentum going, because when you then lean the boat over, start pointing up, and then give that massive flatten out, you already have speed in your boat, and by flattening it out you really do get that little boost that you're looking for off the start line, and hopefully your bow pokes out in front of all the other boats around you.